Hey, well, everyone's distracted by politics and all those other things on the news and your social media. Well, XRP just moved into the system. That's right. And they did it quietly.
Yeah, when you look at what just happened, you think, what the hell just happened? No options markets, stable coins, exchange integration. This isn't early anymore, at least not that early. Today, we're going to break down what just went live, why institutions are positioning, and why this could be much bigger than most people even realize. Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Hey, there's Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, Chip? What's going on, everybody out there in the On the Chain community? Great to see you. Welcome back to On the Chain. All right, so let's get right into this because what just happened with XRP. Now, this isn't noise. XRP. This is infrastructure. We're talking institutional trading going live, stablecoins being used as collateral, major exchanges integrating directly into the system, and it's all happening exactly at the same time. So let's start right here because Ripple Prime just opened up access to BTC options for institutional clients, and they're using RLUSD inside that system. That's not small. That's a signal. And let's jump into this, Chip. A lot of good things to talk about.
You feeling bullish? I'm feeling bullish. Well, bullish as bullish will be. There you go. Bullish at bullish. Digital asset exchange options market leading order depths and consistent tight around a regular environment. So bullish put this post up. They said bullish options markets now live for institutional clients of Ripple Prime, giving direct access to bullish is Bitcoin options along with existing access to spot, perpetuals, and dated futures. Trading is available via existing sub accounts with no additional KYC requirements. So if you already so this is cool. You already have a sub account set up, you're golden. The full announcement is here. We'll flip that open real quick. Take a look. There it is right there. Bullish integrates options trading with Ripple Prime. Expand its institutional access, Jeff. Institutional. This just happened today, breaking April 29, 2026, out of the Cayman Islands. Bullish is an institutionally focused global digital asset platform providing market infrastructure and information services. Today, announced the expansion of its partnership with Ripple, extending Bullish's options market to users of Ripple Prime, Ripple's global multi-asset prime brokerage platform. So now the enhanced integration provides Ripple Prime's institutional customers, I should say, direct access to Bullish's regulated Bitcoin options. So our markets, this is big. The second largest by open interest for crypto settled Bitcoin options, complementing existing connectivity to Bullish's spot, perpetuals, and dated futures. Stablecoins such as Ripple RLUSD can be used to trade these options on Bullish. And the Ripple Prime users can also deploy capital instantly through existing sub-account structures with no additional. So it's cool that they already have a sub-account, they're not having to go re-KYC and all this stuff. Boom, they're in. So it's advantageous to have that Ripple sub-account, and they're already done. They're in. And institutions optimize collateral across exchanges and over-the-counter desks for greater capital efficiency. Then they got your token quotes here. Chris Trier says institutional demand for crypto derivatives is growing, and having access to these options totally central for sophisticated investors looking to manage risk more precisely across their digital asset portfolios. And he said he's delighted. There's another delighted, Jeff. No one's ever delighted. Have you ever said, like, you know what? Like, how you doing today, Jeff? I'm just delighted. I'm delighted to be here.
I'm delighted to be here.
If you're in the UK, you would expect. They always say, like, "I'm delighted," and you say, "Yeah, it's pretty." Yeah. You are delighted.
Yeah.
I personally am never delighted. I don't express myself. I'm delighted.
Nobody's delighted.
And Chris Trier, who's the president of Bullish Exchange, he's not delighted either. Somebody wrote this for me. He said, "I'm delighted to expand our integration with Ripple Prime, given the established network." And then here's one from Mike Higgins, who's the international CEO at Ripple Prime. He says, Bullish and Ripple Prime have been longtime partners, offering Ripple's institutional clients access to robust derivative markets as traditional and digital markets become increasingly interconnected. So there you go. Big news, Jeff. Big news.
Huge news.
I like that.
At rapid pace. If it's not in the crypto space, it's definitely happening in the AI space. That's for sure.
Yeah, look, even Ripple reposted that and said Ripple Prime clients can now trade Bitcoin options on Bullish and use RLUSD to trade institutional crypto, fully integrated.
Right.
Big funny how it's Bitcoin. That's it's a little bit funny how they're using Ripple Prime for that. Of course, it got picked up on CoinDesk too. They talk about the partnership here as well, which is cool.
Right.
And then we have another announcement from Ripple, a big exchange, OKX, which is one of the world's leading exchanges. Starting today, users can trade across 280 plus RLUSD pairs. You can use RLUSD as collateral and access full XRPL deposit and withdrawal support. We sat down with Jason Leclau to discuss what this milestone means for stablecoin adoption. And there you have it. There you have it.
Very big. It's good to see that. Good to see that growth.
Yeah, it is good to see that. This was like one of those videos that I thought I downloaded, but I didn't download.
Jeez.
So let me grab it real quick here. I'll grab it real quick. And it's funny because it's such a small little video. I don't know if they have it somewhere else. Sometimes they do.
Scapos.
Okay, let's take a look at the video. It's a short one. It's not like it's going to be really long. We're just a short little video here.
Only 20 minutes. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think it's 20 seconds, to be honest with you. 43 seconds. Close enough.
All right.
Here we go. Here it is.
A world where stablecoins really act as that fundamental bridge and unit of account for many that want to get into, especially as people get into the crypto space. We've obviously worked with Ripple for many years now, and this new chapter related to the stablecoin RLUSD is an exciting one. I think it's proven, along with Ripple's long track record and reputation, proven to be a good alternative for institutions around the world as their stablecoin of choice. And for us, OKX, we want to make sure we support all the best stablecoins, all the ones that people want to use. So it's going to be a very exciting time in the stablecoin landscape.
RLUSD.
RLUSD. Funny. It's just
Everyone wants to use RLUSD.
Ripple USD is what it stands for. It's the short form is what it actually means, but Ripple. But it's good to see how they're big. And then somebody did see in that video, I don't know if you noticed that, but one of the guys walking down the hallway and in the conference room was none other than Jack McDonald. And he reposted that as well. And he had to chime in with his 2 cents. Why don't you read this one, Jeff?
Put that one up there.
There it is.
What did Jack McDonald have to say? He said, proud to welcome OKX as a new RLUSD partner today with deposits and withdrawals enabled via the XRPL. That's pretty cool. That's exciting. And Ripple Prime executing RLUSD trades and as collateral across both spot and derivative markets for OKX's millions of customers, millions, not just
huge,
millions of customers around the world. That 360-degree view looks really nice.
Yeah, a 360-degree view, you say, huh?
That's right. It's exciting. It's exciting to see growth within the space, some changes, some updates, some deliverables. 280 spot pairs, according to Mark Smithson, is delightful. So delightful.
Oh, you're not delighted. It's not. You're not delighted by it. It's just not. It's not delightful. Is anybody delighted?
Yeah, Mark Smithson. He's definitely delighted.
Are you ever delighted? I don't know if you're. Are you that delighted? It's delightful, Jeff. Everyone's delighted by it. Totally 100% delightful.
So delightful.
Of course, you had to see the official.
Is it risky?
A little bit. It might be. We need. Is it delightful? Is it delightful? Is it delightful?
Have to make one of those.
I love that. You'll never hear anybody say that except on a press release. I'm delighted. I'm delighted.
So delightful.
OKX put this out. New listing hashtag RLUSD, Ripple's USD dollar-backed stablecoin designed for high standard compliance. That is one thing is very true about it. It's now integrated into our unified order book for deep liquidity across 280 plus pairs. Obviously, they don't mention the pairs, but look, I like this graphic. It's a cool looking graphic.
Very cool.
What's cool about it is like I could see that being more like the RLUSD. If it had a logo, that's what it would look like. But it would not if it was XRP, it wouldn't look like that at all. Would it necessarily look like that? I don't think so. And you know what's going on this week, Jeff, is XRP Vegas. What's going on there? And my gosh, I saw so many people posting about it. For example, this right here. This is one of the Kwok brothers. This is Phil Kwok. He posted this. You know, it's always cool when you fly into Vegas. You always kind of go by the strip. You know, you're right there, right? It's like you fly down and then you fly and you leave. But you could see at the hotel that it's being held at. I think Ripple paid for this, but Ripple has XRP and he got it from the air, which is really cool. Check this out. As he's flying in, he was able to capture it. Zoom in. Yep. Zoom in. There it is. There's the XRP right there. Boom.
Look at that. Get that XRP on that building.
Yeah. Of course, he is not really. I left them a little. I left them a tip. I said, "Hey, you probably are not unaware of this, but you can turn your phone sideways,
and you might even see more,
and you can get more in the shot." And then I did a little winky. You know, one of those emoji winkies. I just don't understand how you get to be a grown adult and do this bullshit. Really.
Yeah.
You know, if you're, you know, I get if you're a soccer mom, first of all, you ever watch that video? She's yelling and the thing's going all over the place. It's people in concerts are doing this. No one's ever going to, you're never going to watch that video. No one's watching that video ever again. This you want to watch. So you don't want to see this, you know.
Run over it.
Yeah, it's like it's ridiculous. But you hear the rumble of the plane in the background as he zooms in, and boom, there it is. XRP, it says. Boom, flashed on the whole side of the hotel. The standard. Gotta like that. That's pretty cool. Right. And so we also have I think we have a close-up of that as well.
Got a close-up with the XRP.
I wouldn't mind being there, but just timing wasn't good for me, Jeff. I wouldn't mind actually going there.
Vegas,
so Ray Fuentes put this one out, put some cool music into it, but this is the sign from the ground. Check this out. So there he is. There's the XRP. There it is.
And guess what?
Look at that.
Oh, that's the win. Is that where they're having the Bitcoin conference?
Raise the standard, baby.
Look at that. Holy crap. It's
all over everywhere. XRP's all over Vegas. Don't fold.
Didn't fold.
There's Ray. Love you mucho, Ray. That's his tagline. Love you mucho. Cool. XRP's everywhere, dude. Look at it. The whole freaking Vegas lit up with XRP and Ripple.
Look at their guitar. When I was there not that long ago, they were just getting some of the glass on.
It's on trucks, the size of trucks. Look at that, Ripple Treasury. XRP. Cool video put together. Just driving around grabbing it. Awesome. They lit up. They lit it up. Ripple Treasury. It's literally everywhere in Vegas.
Yeah, there's music.
That looks familiar, doesn't it? That's the skull. Remember that the Bitcoin skull?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
It doesn't look as good in person though. It's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then the thing that I liked the best was he had it in this video, but this right here, which was someone posted this. The best thing about the Bitcoin conference was this right here, Bitcoin 2026. And as he goes, look out the window, there's XRP giant on the side of the building. Raise the standard. You gotta love that, man. Bitcoin 2026. I heard it wasn't that busy this year. Bitcoin 2026. My buddy wants me to go to Prague to go to the Bitcoin conference there. He's putting some after parties and stuff together, which is cool. My Bitcoin maxi friend who got me into crypto and who probably should have punched my face in 2013 when I sold my Bitcoin. I didn't sell it all, but I sold it. I don't know, Jeff. I wouldn't be doing the show right now if I would have kept my Bitcoin. Let's just say that if we can.
Yes. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. It's what it is. That's what it is.
Bitcoin.
People.
The Bitcoin.
It's the Bitcoin. BTC,
The Bitcoin,
baby.
yeah.
Brad Garlinghouse. This is interesting. Alexis Ohanian. I go to a lot of these.
Is it delightful?
There you go. No, it's not delightful. None of it's delightful.
You like that? Look at that.
Is it delightful?
I'll tell you what. You got to get that soundbite.
I just made
Alexis
that sound.
Ohanian. He's the guy that founded Reddit, and he gave. This is a while ago. I see a lot of these keynote speeches. He gave one of the best keynotes I've ever seen. Like I was like, it was just. I don't even remember what it was about, but I just remember thinking, "Wow, this is fantastic." And here he is. Here. Let's see. What is he? Yeah, Business Dad 776 Foundation, Athos, Chelsea. There you go. He said, CEO's responsibility is to communicate and re-communicate the North Star again and again and again. So he talked about it here. Alignment's not a one-time moment. It's a daily practice. Nails what most founders learn the hard way. As teams grow, the message gets noisier, job becomes repeating. And Brad Garlinghouse reposted that and said 100%. All roads lead back to Ripple's North Star. What is that North Star, Jeff?
XRP.
XRP, baby. That's what it is. That is all roads lead back to that North Star. XRP.
XRP.
XRP. You know what I'd like to lead back to it? Money. That's what I'd like to lead back. I'd like to do lots and lots of
leave that. Yes.
That's what I'd like.
Money, money, money.
And then this one, I wouldn't have found this one if I wasn't, unless I was following Tats. And Tats is he's the ecosystem. He's ecosystem growth at Ripple, and he posted this one. He said we got some questions around the XRPL Commons Glow program, and Luke Boca Hut. It's a little hut in Boca, Jeff.
Yes,
up by me. There it is. He said some questions around it, helping to clarify how to be considered. And then Luke said, "Hi, to be considered for projects need to be recent. For example, last 6 months, free to use or better open source, and then they need to be picked up by a scout. So if you feel you have a project that qualifies, feel free to submit it here. There's just a Google form. We review each project, each valid email if you want to get notified when your project is picked up. And then here's the Glow program right here. You're voting for Wave 5. You can see your favorite. It's open. I don't think they already probably voted here. Aspiring developer for ambitious entrepreneur, and that's their program right here. Sourcing, community input, final input, KYC disbursement, project eligibility. Glow exists to recognize and reward meaningful contributions to the XRP ecosystem, whether you're fixing bugs in the code base, or writing essential documentation, or creating tools for developers. If it brings value, could be eligible for retroactive funding. So that's kind of cool.
Very cool.
There's all the categories they have right there. Technical debt, if you're solving that. Improving the core protocol, improving existing standards, creating new standards, documentation, example code, community tools, and supporting infrastructure. So there it is. There it is, Jeff. That's the Glow program. Put a little glow.
Put a little glow in that.
Yeah, it's wild. This even got picked up on Cointelegraph. Ripple takes over Las Vegas with massive XRP billboards.
Super impressive.
Look at that. Can you imagine, like, you don't even realize it's XRP. Like, you bought XRP a while ago, and you're going all over Vegas, and you see like XRP everywhere. You're like, dude, what's going on? What is all this? And it was cool that Ray put that video together, because we got to see it everywhere. They see just one picture, you go, they took over. It doesn't really, but he was going all over the city, and we saw it everywhere, billboards and hotels and pretty much everything. I don't know what this one's all about. New York Stock Exchange XRP filing names the token as an eligible commodity trust asset. What is this all about?
What is that? What are we looking at? Oh, so there's so much stuff posted today. People are all excited, all fired up. about what's happening, XRP and the New York Stock Exchange, Arca exchange. So there was a proposed amendment to this rule that was published April 27th, which named XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana as eligible assets for commodity-based trust shares in a legally reviewed filing that requires trusts to hold at least 85% of net asset value in qualifying digital assets. So if it's going to be a trust, that's interesting that you could have that kind of asset holding these digital assets. So the filing does not formally classify XRP, regardless of what you saw on all these posts all over X today. The filing does not formally classify XRP as a commodity under federal law, but names it as an example of an eligible asset under the exchange's updated generic listing standards for commodity-based trust products. So what was interesting is I was seeing all these different posts all over X. Everyone's all fired up about how XRP is now recognized as a commodity by the New York Stock Exchange. So I'm looking for all these articles. Then I'm digging through SEC filings, and we have 3 or 4 of them that I posted here that we can dig through because I thought they were kind of interesting. But I finally, as I'm digging through it, I finally find the explanation of what was posted April 27th. So 2 days ago. It didn't happen necessarily today, but this big proposed change to a rule which would allow for this to happen. Qualifying assets are those that underlie futures contracts traded on designated markets for at least 6 months and are associated with existing exchange traded products. A bar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP all meet. The SEC has opened the proposal for public comments and can approve, reject, or open further proceedings with a comment window expected to run 21 to 45 days from the notice 2 days ago. That's it. So I finally get to the SEC comment, and it's basically just, post your commentary, and it's public comments, So I thought that was, interesting that as you're kind of going through and navigating everything, like, what the hell's going on? Why can't we get through all this stuff? But
you're always finding these accounts that post all this weird stuff, Jeff. It's never anything that makes any sense,
No, and then you can go through one by one, and they're just like, nah, not there. So I pulled up their filing too, if you want to read through 40-something pages.
No, dude, I do not want to do that.
That's only
Mark
12
Smithson will probably say he'd be delighted if we did. I would imagine he would probably think, I'd be totally delighted if they would read through it. I don't think anybody else would.
Is it delightful?
Not. It's not delightful. Is it delightful? No. Yeah, it's funny. I was looking through a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. This is like reading if you want to, like, you can't fall asleep, but then you pull this out and start reading it, and you're like, you're pretty much done. You're pretty much done, Jeff. It's over.
But what I did find, which I thought was interesting, and I feel like we might have missed some of these things with, and I know we kind of touched on it, but interesting to bring it up because, again, this is the SEC trying to pass clarification without any clarity. And there's zero clarity from a regulatory perspective, but people are going to get excited about this, that the SEC clarifies the application of federal security laws to crypto asset. And this was back in March, right? So this was when they issued an interpretation classifying how the federal security laws apply to certain crypto assets and transactions involving crypto. And this is a major step in the commission's efforts to provide greater clarity regarding the commission's treatment of crypto asset and complements congressional endeavors to codify a comprehensive market structure framework in a statute. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, joined the interpretation to provide guidance that the CFTC and its staff will administer the Commodity Exchange Act consistent with the commission's interpretation. That goes on and on and on. And then actually, Chip, there's one more element.
On and on and on and on again. Beat don't stop until the break it down.
And then actually a year ago, I thought this was interesting because we can't forget about this stuff. So when we talk about the North Star, look at this. This was back March of 25. The SEC posted this. Comprehensive proposal, XRP is a strategic financial asset for the U.S. So there's a full economic analysis unlocking trillions through XRP. Now, what's interesting about this is this was also published on the SEC.
What's interesting is nothing's happened with it. That's what's interesting. A
nothing.
lot of hot air and nothing. But it was going to change the world. Easily was gonna boomerang to like $300 overnight, Jeff.
589 tomorrow.
And then, so this is interesting too. So Mark Smithson said Powell's last Fed meeting, thank God. And it's funny. It's like people always are. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hang on. What are we
wrong one? And that.
Hang on a second. What happened to mine? Mine got deleted. All right. So let's put this up here. Free American Spirit posted me. He's like, bummer. He said, Kalshi betters prediction Powell to stay on as Fed governor.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even. First of all, he could stay on as a governor. He'd get a vote, but it doesn't matter. He's gone. He's not the Fed chair anymore.
Out.
And he says that they're predicting he's going to stay. I'm like, I'll take that bet all day, every day. Powell's gone. It doesn't matter if he's a governor.
He's gone.
Well, the thing is, he could stay on as a governor. The governors get a vote. And also, too, Scott Bessent said today that no Fed chair has ever done that. Like, it's not even normal to stay on unless you want to just try to oppose and shoot down everything Trump wants to do, right? So that's the other thing. But I don't know. It seems like sour grapes right there that he's going to want to stay on there, which I thought is just absolutely stupid and ridiculous. But what are you going to do? And Jeff, all I did was one post today, and I said, there's so much winning going on this week, and it's only Wednesday. There's been, I can't even take all the winning that's happening right now. There's so much winning going on. And let's look at this W right here. Another W for everybody, the Trump W. It says, U.S. Senate just crushed the Democrat resolution 51-47 that tried to block President Trump from taking military action against Cuba. Cuba is next.
And the other side. Oh, yeah. They know they're done.
Well, they know they can't fight back. I mean, they're even worse than Venezuela. They're just waiting to be sort of seen over there, and it's incredible. Here's some more winning right there. The House just narrowly advanced 3 major Senate passed bills. So this is what's interesting. It was already passed in the Senate. So you have the DHS funding resolution, the Farm Bill, and the FISA resolution. The final vote was 214 to 210. All 3 measures now head to President Trump for signature. So there is stuff moving, so nobody's talking about it. So you don't get to say like, oh, what's that all about? No one ever really talks about it.
Is it delightful?
Delightful. Is it delightful? God. Is it delightful? I don't know where you found that, but
I created that. I made it.
Oh, you made it in with AI?
Yeah.
Nice. Is it delightful? It's a little bit of pause. Got to trim it up a bit. Is it delightful?
I know. I got to trim out that first part. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to make some delightful videos. I'll make some delightful videos. All right, let's go. We got image. Here we go. So if we want to keep the winning train going, here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Let's see. Let me grab the right one here. Where is it? Oh, before I do that, Jeff, I wanted to say this. One more thing that Ray did.
Yeah.
While everybody was waiting in line to get into Bitcoin 2026 at their, you close your eyes for good, or you just okay? Your eyes closed there. Thought your eyes were closed. Thought you froze. I think you were looking down. Yeah, there you go. So he ran as everyone's waiting in line and couldn't move. He ran up and down, basically yelling XRP at the Bitcoin conference. You know that went over big. Here we go.
XRP! 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 Woo! XRP! Thank you.
Yeah, and he was immediately kicked out after that.
I'm sure, yeah. That's hilarious.
That is funny. I'm like, I don't know, man. That takes some cojones, man. I don't know if I could definitely do that. Do you think you do that?
Crowds and crowds of Bitcoin. No, that'd be.
Yeah, something great happened today in the House. It's now on its way to DeSantis's desk, but they passed the new lines for Florida for the new districts. And guess whose district is getting hammered in that thing? Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz. Gone. Sorry, witch. She is gone. So as they were passing it, the resolution, an unhinged Democrat. That sounds so commonplace these days, Jeff. It's not like, there was an unhinged Democrat. You're like, okay, who was it? You just expect it now. But listen to this. She's got the bullhorn. She's not happy because this is what you do when you keep losing. You can't bring new ideas. You can't keep your mouth shut. You can't do anything. This is what she did.
Democracy. This is a violation of the Constitution. It is. It's a violation of the Constitution. I'm out of order, but y'all are doing illegal.
Representative Persons Mullica has waived closed. The question now recurs on final passage of HB 1D. The clerk will unlock the machine and the members will proceed to vote. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? The clerk will lock the machine and announce the
Look at all
vote.
that green.
83 yeas, 28
Look at all
nays,
that
Mr.
green.
Speaker.
Show the bill passes. Read the next bill.
None on the
Every
desk,
Washington
Mr. Speaker.
Post is gone. Gone. We picked up 4 seats.
5, I think.
Look at that.
I thought
Look
it
at
was
the
5, but I
state.
could be
Look
wrong.
at the state.
Look at that map. That's so
5.
gorgeous. Look at that. That is fantastic. And some big Supreme Court wins. The Democrats are hosed, dude. They're freaking hosed. They're in big trouble.
Yeah.
And once they get rid of those mail-in ballots, I don't think they'll ever win an election again, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know. Not in Florida.
So okay, so let's listen a little bit. This is the big win that happened in the Supreme Court today. Huge, monumental win. Let's listen to this.
Good morning. Okay, so this at first blush here is a win for the plaintiffs who were not black plaintiffs. They were non-minority voters who challenged this decision. These two districts that were minority majority. Essentially, Louisiana had drawn up districts and then they were told in a legal battle that they had not represented black and minority voters sufficiently. They went back and drew a second district. So they had 2 of these minority majority districts. Well, then non-black voters sued and said, this is now violating our rights on the basis of race. So it looks like this is a 6-3 decision. There is one concurrence here, but it looks like the dissent sticks together with Justices Kagan, Sotomayor, and Jackson. But here's what the majority says. They say in some, because the Voting Rights Act did not require Louisiana to create an additional majority-minority district, no compelling interest justified the state's use of race in creating SB 8. That was those 2 new districts. That map is an unconstitutional gerrymander, and its use would violate the plaintiff's constitutional rights. Now, this opinion is almost 100 pages long, so we're going through to see if it says something more broadly about the Voting Rights Act. That had been the fear on the left, that somehow this decision, if it was favorable for those challenging these maps, that it would somehow do a big chunk out of the Voting Rights Act. Haven't gotten to language that suggests that yet. It sounds like this decision is primarily about what happened in Louisiana. So we'll keep digging through this, but for right now, it's a win for those who were challenging these 2 minority-majority districts. Now, as we read through this and figure out the broader implications, there were 20-plus districts across the country that would have potentially lined up with this decision. They could be open to challenges that they were drawn on the basis of race, or that it was the primary factor that was used in drawing those districts. Most of those are throughout the South. So we'll look to see if there's enough sweeping language in this particular decision that may have a domino effect on some 20 other districts. Could be huge for the midterms. We'll continue to read.
You're saying up to 20 seats, Jeff, but if you look at the 2 maps, the one on the left, you see, so it's just basically South. So you go Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Atlanta, Mississippi, and Louisiana, right? So it's the South. And you see blue mostly in Mississippi, Alabama, and a little bit in Georgia, but you also see it on the coast on South Carolina and then the northern part of North Carolina. And when you look at what could happen in these 20 districts, could pick up anywhere from 15 to 20 new seats. You look at the blue, you got just looks like Atlanta, and it looks like what is that? What is it? Yeah, that's it. And then a little bit of Dade and Broward County, but that's it. I mean, look at that map. What was that? What was that comment?
Super impressive.
Yeah,
keeping the House is critical. We'll have nothing but faux impeachment. Bullshit.
Oh yeah, nonstop bullshit. So this one's from the Babylon Bee, which never misses, Jeff. Look at this. In a blow to Democrats, the Supreme Court of the United States rules they have to stop being racist. So they're mad about it. This is I don't understand what they're mad about. I mean, obviously they're losing seats, but you cannot favor any sort of race and draw lines on it. It doesn't matter. It's like, that's a direct violation of the Constitution. So they're mad about it. They said it didn't include, you can't exempt other people, whether it's a minority or not. Hakeem Jeffries is worked up. First of all, he was saying we got to go all out. I just look at this guy as like, he's just a lightweight.
It's time for him to go.
He's not even convincing. He's such a poser. But listen to this from Hakeem.
Perfect union. And now we're at a point where affirmative action is gone.
Listen, affirmative action is gone. Correct. Race-based. Okay, thank you.
Diversity is gone.
Diversity is gone, Jeff. Race-based. Unconstitutional.
Equity gone.
Equity gone. Okay.
Inclusion gone.
Inclusion gone. This is like a meeting for losers. They're all losers. Look at them.
Racial tolerance gone.
All losers.
Racial tolerance. What is he? He's making up stuff now.
The Voting Rights Act largely gone. But guess what, extremists? We're still here.
Yeah, and you keep losing.
Going anywhere.
Yeah, but you keep losing. You are going to be going somewhere. Most of you are going to be going out the door when you get fired. The other day, he went off. He's like, "Oh, we got to bring them." He was like threatening violence. I mean, they're unhinged. They can't win through ideas. They got new things going on, so they just got to make up stuff at some point, Jeff.
That's right. That's exactly what they've been doing. They continue to do.
And it turns out they're just a big joke.
That's right.
A big stinking joke is what they are. I like that lady who was running up and down. So here's some more on it right here. I'm going to go ahead and play this one here. Here it is right there. The Supreme Court struck it down. The Gerrymandering Voting Rights Act, race-based district in Louisiana, redraw now, go full red. This is redistricting war mode in the South. Everybody must get rid of their race-based seats, get aggressive, go huge. And there's a better shot of the map right there. It's just like little pockets, the usual places. But man, remember Florida used to be a little more blue. Look at that. South Carolina, all red. Tennessee, red. Mississippi, red. Louisiana, red. God, I love the size of it. They were just, the Democrats are melting down in such a spectacular way. I couldn't get enough of watching them, Jeff. So we have a couple that we've pulled because it's just so
amazing.
Here's CNN here. Let's listen to what CNN says.
15 seats could be at risk all throughout the South. The question will be the timing. Is this a 2028 play? Is this a 2026 play? There are some primaries here coming up, not until later in the cycle. August 6th, there's one in Tennessee. That's Steve Cohen's seat. That's a majority minority district. That's in August 6th. The one Democratic seat there. The Jim Clyburn seat in South Carolina. That is the Democratic seat in South Carolina. That's a June 9th primary. Jamie, this shows you the ramifications long-term for this ruling.
Absolutely. Just think about that number, 19 seats in play. And let's look at this.
Let's just think about that number, Jeff. I love it. Thinking about it. I'm getting happier all the time thinking about 19. No, 19. It's fantastic. I'm thinking about it. I like it.
Politically, Laura, you talked about confusion going into this race. We're worried about voter suppression. Apart from the long-term impact, we are going to see people take advantage of that confusion. There is going to be, these midterms are so high stakes that anybody who thinks they can take advantage, on the state level of this decision, there is going to be a scramble to see if they can, because each side.
She's making zero sense. It's already a ruling. It's done. They can do whatever they want. There was no time limit from what I understand.
Thinks this is an existential midterm with the House, especially.
Yeah.
Especially.
Well, sorry, Florida's out of play. There's 4 new seats there. Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz out. I just love to see the meltdown. I love to see these people cooking. They're just mad. There's steam coming out of there. And there's a real somber mode It's kind of like when Hillary Clinton, remember those looks on their faces when she lost in 2016? Remember they're all like boo-hoo.
Oh yeah.
So look at these two. This is fantastic.
It's got this statement, and from Louisiana Secretary of State Nancy Landry saying this about the ruling. My lawyers are currently analyzing the opinion. We are limited in what we can say at this time as this continues to be active litigation with the case remanded for proceedings back to the Western District. I know that's a lot of legalese, but the bottom line is early voting starts soon in Louisiana, Joan. So what can officials do there in light of this opinion?
Well, they can basically do whatever they want, and that's going to happen in a couple other states too. That will. What they can do is they can push back some dates. They can. First of all, the Supreme Court definitely threw out the map with 2 black majority districts, so we know that cannot be used. That will not be used for sure. So what they'll probably do, once they read the opinion carefully, as was just suggested there, probably draw a map that provides only 1 black majority district. But as you know, Pam, like Florida's in the middle of redistricting efforts too. Other places are. And so I really anticipate that other states will do it. But if they don't do it for 2026, they'll get it in place for 2028.
Now look at this map right here, Jeff. So, you know, the Dems picked up +5 in California, +1 in Utah, but you got Missouri, you got +1, you got Ohio +2, Virginia +4. But that's got struck down, so that's not going to be +4 for the Dems. You got the Republicans for +1 in North Carolina, plus it says pending, but DeSantis is going to sign it, +4 in Florida, and then +5. So it basically negates, you know, Texas cancels out California. Virginia is they passed it unconstitutionally. This has nothing to, the procedure was not followed. So when you offset it, you're looking at, let's see, there's 3 there, 5, 7. So the 6 pick up a 6 seats right there. Cancels out the Dems. Big number. And that's not even all the redistricting yet. That's not even all of it. Like I think Indiana can redistrict too. There's a bunch of different places that can, and are probably going to, just because anytime it was primarily done as race, then it's going to get redrawn, which is interesting. But the Dems, they don't seem very happy. They're never happy. They just keep losing. Things go to SCOTUS. They come back. It loses. This guy, I particularly like Jeff. First of all, I'm a big fan of his. We play his videos all the time. But he's loving this Florida map. Listen to this.
Love everyone's response to the new Florida map. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. I love the people who live here in Florida who are like, fuck yeah. But I even more love the people who don't live here and hate the people of Florida and are responding with, that's fine, we'll never come there. Cool, fuck, awesome. That is legitimately the best response I could have ever heard from you. So what you're saying is, because we're redistricting and we're making the state all red, and let's be real, it was mostly red anyway. But since we're doing this, you're not coming here? You're never gonna visit? No chance you're gonna move here? Oh my God, it's like you're talking dirty to me.
That's fantastic.
That's really funny.
He's like, wait, the people you don't want to come here, please stop coming. Stop leaving your liberal shitholes and coming to Florida. We don't want it. We don't want you, man. We don't want you. I did have this about the again, more winning going on with the Fed chair. Here we go.
Yeah. The Senate Banking Committee with Senator Tim Scott just approved President Trump's Federal Reserve nominee, Kevin Warsh. The vote, 13 in favor, 11 opposed. Warsh now heads for a full Senate vote. Chairman Tim Scott said in a statement, Kevin Warsh's leadership is absolutely essential now at the Federal Reserve more than ever before. Digging out of the hole created by Bidenomics will take time, and that's what we need.
There you go. So basically what happens is, since it was approved by the banking committee, it comes out for a full floor vote in the Senate. You already got the votes in the House. Fetterman already said he's voting for it. Fetterman, I've been really impressed with. He's one of the few Dems that has been really all over this, Jeff. He actually, I don't know, man. He had that stroke and his brain healed. He was such a weirdo before, and
he's so different. I mean, the whole vibe, his posture, mentality, presence, like everything shifted. And maybe it was there before, maybe because he was about to have a stroke. Maybe that's what led him to be crazy.
He was about to have a stroke.
And now he's normal again. I don't know. or it's rewired. Maybe the stroke fixed something in him.
Yeah, it's hard to know exactly, right?
He's definitely back on the track, back on the mend.
He's back. He's definitely back. I have some video we'll play a little bit later, but yeah.
Oh, Chip, I found this cool song for you.
What you got?
Listen to this song. I think you'll like it.
Yeah. Is it delightful?
I knew it was coming.
Is it delightful? Yeah, yes it is. Came from the mud, now I'm stacking the wins. Pressure made diamonds, I sharpen the edge. Say what you want, I don't break, I don't bend. Is it delightful? Yeah, yes it is. Came up cold now.
Raz and Bass style here.
Yeah. Try to test me once, get dropped like lead. Is it delightful? Built in the rain, cold up nights, had to work for the pain. Hands got rough, heart got numb. Now I bring heat when the pressure comes. Is it delightful? Look what I made. Turn that graft into power and paid. They chat big, but they fade when it's peak. I stay solid, I don't crack, I don't leak. Is it delightful? Yeah, feel that shift. Every loss I took gave me this gift. No handouts, I take what's mine. Head down low, now I'm front of the line.
Let's see Raz and Bass doing this one.
Yeah. Can you imagine seeing them do this?
You guys don't know who Raz and Bass are, you're missing out. That's great. It's pretty solid, Jeff. I like it. If you guys are Raz and Bass are great. I wish we could play them on here, Jeff.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know if we can. I mean, I think there shouldn't be any restrictions, but
yeah, I'm sure there would be.
I think they're fantastic. They're like
they're awesome.
Yeah, I can never watch enough of these videos, man. Is that what it is? Raz and Bass? What is it? Bass and no, what is it? What is the name?
What's Raz? It's not Raz. It's Bass and something. All right.
Let me see. Baz.
Badass.
Baz and what the hell is it, dude? How come I can't think of it? Baz, not Baz. Baz.
I don't even know now.
Man, I can't think of it. Let's see.
That's what it is, though.
Pete and Baz. Pete and Baz.
Pete and Baz. Pete. Yeah.
Pete and Baz. Yeah, I'm gonna find these.
They're great. You got it. Are they popular enough now where you can't play them? Is there going to be a copyright strike?
I don't think so, man. I mean, I don't think so. Do you think are they on tour? Dude, they're on tour right now.
Yeah, let's play them.
They're going to be in Chicago.
Crop it out.
Yeah, we can always. Yeah, I got to find the one tune that it's one of their better tunes.
Really good ones.
The one where they're.
Have you guys heard Pete and Bass? Who here has heard Pete and Bass? Just give a thumbs up in the chat if you've heard them. These guys are great. They're really.
Okay, I just went to the commercial to play through, Jeff, and then. Okay, here's Pete and Bass right here.
Trump is going to flip about if new Fed nominee Kev Warsh is even more.
No, he's not going to be.
Hold up interest rates.
First of all, he's already talked about. He's already. If you watch any of the hearing, he's already indicated, but he's not going to be a douchebag like you know who. All right, so let's put this up here, Jeff. Let's play Pete and Bass. You guys are in for a real treat here.
Come on, guys, you're gonna love them.
I got to go to Chrome tab, Pete and Bass, share the audio. Boom. We got to go full screen. And here it is right here.
Here we go.
Tell me if you hear sound.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
I spin fellas, my swing quicker than Federer. I serve packing the bands back on the regular. And I'ma tell her, she sing for me T-Pain. Your mama's hooked on the packs, I'll be selling her. I click hammers and bang them and I'm a nut sang. I feel his head with the lead like a mukbang. The magazine made me lean when I walk in the drumstick will make a net bang like a punk band. Hop in the cab, I'm banging me crossword up. Head in the west and I'm banging a push bird. Couple of cans and a puff on me death stick. Click on my fingers, he's cutting me cough there. Bringing the bow bells, bringing the website. I'm flinging the dry food, bringing the cassette. Belling me non-stop, sending the lads there. Hopping me drop top, I'm running the man there. Mr. Big Bucks, I'll be looking at business. Stressed to kill, mama got me up on a Rick list. Pole position at the fella running the distance. I'll be banging, giving the triplets. The bigger the bag, the bigger the butt crack. The bigger the chance the birds up in my contacts. The figure's a big deal, a pen on the contract. Serve me up, baby, give a tip on me tongue.
Pete and Baz are the best, man.
I love those guys.
You can't get enough of these guys. I love them. Pete and Baz. That's it.
You listen to their lyrics. Yeah, they're just awesome.
Lyrics are fun. Their lyrics are fantastic. These guys really pull it home, don't they? Yeah, you gotta like that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so big news. King Charles and Queen Camilla came for an official White House visit. And I have to say, I was pretty surprised with Charles. I've never seen that guy joke or anything. I've never even seen him smile or laugh. He was pretty funny. He had some good bangers. You could see there's general liking between the two. He's no Keir Starmer. Of course, he doesn't have any poll. He's just a figurehead. He's nobody really. But they did roll out the there's a lot of funny things that really happened, but this was one of the things that I thought was funny was there's like this ceremony where you go inspect the military and you walk together and you look. Well, he didn't he dressed them up in revolutionary just to kind of push it in a little bit, like, hey, we're coming up on 250 years. This is the greatest. Look at them as they're walking by. They're dressed like Revolutionary War. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. You got muskets, Jeff, with bayonets on it. This is crazy. And they basically had to walk through that. I thought, God, this is just fantastic, isn't it?
Outstanding. And you see all of them. They're got the wigs. They got everything.
Yeah, Trump had some really good lines. I think I got most of them, hopefully. But anyway, one of the things when King Charles, when he gave his speech, the Democrats basically got on their feet a bunch of times. Trump said this about it.
Honor, and we welcome Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom to the White House. Very special place, very, very special. And I also want to, before we really begin, I want to congratulate Charles on having made a fantastic speech today at Congress. He got the Democrats to stand. I've never been able to do that. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They liked him more than they've ever liked any Republican or Democrat, actually.
And the funny thing is about it, he's an actual king. Didn't they just protest no kings?
Yeah, they love the kings.
Literally just protested no kings. But they love the kings.
That was the best part about it. The people, the no kings, were just going crazy over the king, right? They weren't going nuts over the king. They loved the king. Loved it.
That's how stupid they are.
I thought I got one of Trump's quotes in here. I don't think I missed it. Oh, well. Can't get them all, but it was a good one. It was a little funny one. Here is Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, actually, I want to just, this is the one, I think.
Oscar Wilde said, we have rarely...
So this is the kind of collection of Charles' best little zingers that he had. There's some good ones in there.
As Oscar Wilde said, we have rarely everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language. Now, as you may know, when I address my own parliament at Westminster, we still follow an age-old tradition and take a member of parliament hostage, holding him or her at Buckingham Palace until I am safely returned. These days, we look after our guests rather well, to the point that they often do not want to leave. This is a city which symbolizes a period in our shared history, or what Charles Dickens might have called a tale of two Georges.
King, look at, he was like, I don't know if that went over. Like, over that King George Washington. Yeah.
Yeah. People didn't get that.
A tale of two Georges. Took a little while, they got it.
The first president, George Washington, and my 5 times great-grandfather, King George III. King George, as you know, never set foot in America. And please rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here as part of some cunning rearguard action. 250 years ago, or as we say in the United Kingdom, just the other day.
It's funny, man. He was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. Good
I
delivery.
didn't know him to be that funny, to be honest with you. I didn't think he would be that funny.
That was hilarious.
We can meet the
To put that
challenges
together,
of
that was really
increasingly...
And he had a cool gift. This was interesting, Jeff. He had a cool gift for the president.
Together we can meet the challenges of an increasingly complex and contested world. And speaking of submarine alliances, there was one particular AUKUS predecessor, launched from a UK shipyard in 1944, that served for the majority of her life attached to the 4th Submarine Squadron in Australia, playing a critical role during the war in the Pacific. Her name? HMS Trump. So tonight, Mr. President,
can you believe that ship was called the HMS Trump? How crazy is that?
I'm delighted to present to you as a personal gift the original bell which hung on the conning tower of your valiant namesake. May it stand as a testimony to our nation's shared history and shining future. And should you ever need to get hold of us, or just give us a ring.
Dude, this guy this might have been his this might have been his. He's never made a joke. I've never even seen the guy laugh. Like he was on fire. They didn't even play half of the jokes he said.
Yeah.
There was a better one where he said, I've noticed you've done a lot of redecorating in the White House. And he went on to say that he said a lot of decorating in the White House. He goes, it wasn't too long ago that we tried to do some redecorating in 1814. Yeah, when they shot cannonballs and burned the White House to the ground. Remember the British did that?
Yeah.
It was like it was a war of 1812. I think it was 1814 or something like that. It burned down. I mean, he was on fire, man. They didn't even play half of the good jokes. Then after he talked about the hostage thing, he said, Mr. Speaker, you think we'll have any volunteers, Republicans or Democrats to take hostage? Like, that was funny. Like, they didn't even play that. Yeah, he was good. He was on fire. I thought, Jesus.
Charlie 2.0.
Yeah, he's better as king. I mean, God, geez, he was something.
My God, that's so funny.
Yeah, I watched his speech. I said, geez, the guy can deliver a speech like no one I've ever seen before, Jeff. Like, he delivered this speech with intent, and he was on fire, man. He was good. Like, he's so good. It just, and it's one of these, he's not looking at a teleprompter, it's just like reading it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was just spot on. But so many weird things going on with Democrats. For example, AOC and Ilhan Omar had two major gaffes this week.
Oh my God. You saw Ilhan Omar. Can you? That's a disgrace.
Well, listen, this one's pretty bad. Well, this one goes to show you that you just don't. She came from Somalia, so do you think she's ever taken a real keen interest in American politics or American history? No.
Yeah.
And you think she is really good at reading? No. Do you think she understands Roman numerals? No. Anyway, let's go with the AOC clip first. See if you can catch it, Jeff.
In rural areas were on fire because of corporations poisoning the people who lived in those areas.
Who?
Poor middle-class communities getting poisoned and dumped on by corporations like Deloitte and 3M, pouring chemicals into these places. And they
poisoned and dumped on.
Jeff, Deloitte is a consulting and accounting firm. How are they poisoning? She doesn't even know who Deloitte. She doesn't even know what Deloitte. I've worked with Deloitte before, in business. I've done a lot of work with Deloitte. She doesn't even know who Deloitte is. Like, Deloitte was poisoning the rivers, dumping. What were they dumping in there? Accounting ledgers, accounting books. Accounting books. They were dumping accounting books. They were cooked books they were throwing in there. Come on,
they were
man.
cooked, but they were trying to get rid of them.
She's
trying to cover up.
And this is the one.
Ink polluted the waters.
Yeah, we had to probably play this one several times, but Ilhan Omar it's hard to discern which one is the dumbest person, but see, guys, if you can pick this one up and see, it won't be too hard, but listen in and see if you can find the gaffe. And the first one to get the gaffe in the comments, let's see who gets it. Ready? I want you to get ready to type. First one I want to see pop up in the comments that gets the gaffe. There we go.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
Oh, God. It's not even AI, which is the scary part.
Even if it was AI, you'd be like, that's not believable. Nobody would say No one would possibly say World War 11, Jeff.
Right.
It's 2. It's Roman numerals.
It's either 1 or it's 2. Yeah.
I mean,
you can maybe claim that there's going to be a third one. But
yeah, I mean, maybe.
It just ended at 2. Even though it looks like 11, it really isn't 11.
Well, of course, it's always great when you have really funny memes that people can post, like this one right here. This one is awesome. Look at this right here. So it's Ilhan Omar's on the ground. And you have a guy holding fingers up. He says, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And she's looking up. 11. 11.
11.
Yeah, man. Just too much.
Too much.
Ilhan Omar, what a dope. Deloitte is poisoning the rivers, Jeff.
They only did it during World War 11.
During war. I mean, do you really think, like, does it even cross your mind that, geez, that's weird? What do you think? There's 11 world wars? I don't know. It just sounds very strange.
Hey, what is she thinking?
I don't know. So Spencer Pratt, he was on, I forget which show he was on in the 90s. He was on one. Remember who he was on? Some goofy show. I don't know, but he was an actor, was on these shows. So he's kind of risen after the Palisade fires. He's been just hammering Karen Bass, who's the current mayor of Los Angeles, and so he's running for Los Angeles. But this is his commercial. Tell me what you think of this, Jeff. Here, listen to this.
Mayor Bass lives. You notice something? Or here, where Nithya Raman's $3 million mansion sits. They don't have to live in the mess they've created where you live. This is where I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city. We are going to get the golden age of Los Angeles back.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I think he's going to win. People are tired.
Oh, people are fed up.
They're tired, Jeff.
Across the board, people can't take this nonsense anymore.
They've had it. You probably heard this, but James Comey was indicted. You remember when he said 86-46? And he put those little things in the sand?
Yep.
Well, this brick suit said, here's a cool formation on my shell formation on my beach walk. It says indicted. So it says indicted.
Close to that.
Brick suit. You know, he always wears the brick suit. You ever seen that guy?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. Brick suit posted that. You saw a cool little shell thing on my well, what's interesting about that is Comey had a message about it. Listen to Comey. Listen to this, Jeff.
It's James Comey here. I haven't been arrested yet. I'm just trying to get used to the idea of being in jail. Right now I'm practicing my mugshot face, and maybe later on I'll be trying out different size cucumbers up my ass, just in case they put me in a cell with like a Tyrone or a Big Mike or something like that. Basically, I know I'm fucked. I'm just trying to make it less painful.
Oh, jeez, Jeff. I don't think that's real. That's not real, is it?
That's not.
I don't think that's real. I wasn't sure if that was real. It seems really weird. That would be real. Funny. Yeah, so weird. And finally, if there's we played the two nut job Democrats. Let's play a Democrat that at least has a little bit of common sense and reasoning. Here he is.
Actually need other votes other than just the extreme part of my party. We're going to remind that. And now, as the only single Democrat that's flipped a seat, and now I've also made it mathematically impossible to reclaim the majority in the United States Senate. So if they want the Democratic Party to turn it into a witch burning and to go after, the one Democrat that's done the thing that, these people haven't been able to do, so they're entitled to do it. But I'm proud to represent Pennsylvania, and I don't just represent just Democrats in Pennsylvania. I represent all 13 million Pennsylvanians, and I'm going to play it straight. I'm going to never lie or pretend something's wrong. I'm going to just what's right, I will support. And that's the voice that I'm going to continue to be, regardless what parts of the Democratic might disagree.
Jeez, that made way too much sense. What happened to Fetterman, man? He basically saying
how's he still there? That's a question.
Well, he kind of said they want to get rid of him. They're not happy with him.
Oh, they're after him.
Yeah, they're not really excited about, Fetterman, they're like
no one's lining up to raise money for him.
It was weird. So during the deliberations for the about the gerrymandering and how they could draw the maps and everything, Justice Jackson leaned over and asked Judge Thomas a question. So something like this. She said, "Is it too late to ask who gerrymander is?" Justice Jackson whispers to Clarence Thomas. Of course, the Babylon Bee never misses. They're just so spot on honest. I mean, it's so good.
Always spot.
They're
always
so good. They just nail everything, man. They just nail everything.
Always
So,
hilarious.
that's it. We got through everything tonight, Jeff. Incredible.
That's all we got. That's all we got for tonight.
I will not be here Saturday because my daughter is graduating from college, my youngest one.
Look at that.
Big thing. It feels like it was just yesterday. We were dropping her off, and bam, she's going to be done. Huh?
Elementary school.
Yeah, it seems like all it really does. I remember dropping her off at school and picking her up, and yeah, all that stuff.
All that stuff seems like yesterday, doesn't it? It's crazy.
She's 2 years old and crying in the car, and it's like I was like, I don't know the crying. I can't stop it. Like in the morning, it's too much. And then I had a colleague, and she goes, she had a little girl too, and she goes, "Did you try stickers?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Stickers work." So I got her. So I bought like a giant thing of stickers, and I put the stickers back. I mean, she was so quiet. She's putting stickers on the seat, putting stickers in the book, stickers. Holy cow, stickers worked. I couldn't believe it. She goes, "How's it working?" I go, "It's been a whole week." She hasn't said one word. I go, "It's fantastic." I'm a lot more about running out of stickers at this point. Who would have thought stickers, Jeff? Who would have thought?
It's amazing.
Yeah. It was funny. I remember I'd play back then I was playing like some grunge music or some Metallica or something. And she'd always do this. And her hair would go everywhere. She's like 2.5 years old. She would be doing like this in the back seat to the thing. I was like, oh God, how fantastic. Man. Looking forward to
greatest
hits.
Right.
Yeah, it would be fun. We should have AI go through and get all our little anecdotes and all the little stories we tell Jeff and put them all in like a greatest hits thing.
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
There's been so many great things. I mean, we are up to the audio podcast is behind by about a year, but this is the 872nd. So we're going to hit 900 shows this year. We'll have to do something special. We're almost there. We're going to be 28 shows away. So in just a couple months, we'll hit it.
So impressive.
Fantastic. I mean, my gosh, how amazing is that? And that's what it is.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
I'll be back here Saturday morning.
Saturday morning with Jeff Rant.
That's right. Rant.
I should be back by Sunday, although it's hopeful, but I don't know. It could
be the Durant. The J-Rant.
The Durant. Durantic part.
That's all we got. Check you guys out on the next one.
Check you out on the next one. Chip and Jeff out.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.